Hello there friends, my name is Victoria Moro. Welcome to Release of the Day. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can keep up with the newest trends in the world of indie artists. Hello dear friends, I am so happy to be here with you. Join us tonight a very interesting and very talented musician. Hello!
Hello!
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Great, always great. When I have a nice artist for interview, you know?
Thank you.
And are you ready to begin?
Yes, I'm ready.
Great. And first of all, please introduce yourself. What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Mishkin Fitzgerald. I sing and lead a band called Birdeatsbaby. We're from the UK, but all the members are actually from a different place. I'm from England. The bass and guitarist is from Scotland. The violinist and cellist is from New Zealand, and our drummer is from Belgium.
Oh wow, it's very, very international.
Yes.
And then this question, and how you create your music when you are from so different places?
Well, we're all from different places, but we definitely share a lot of the same similar artists. We're all really into progressive music. I think this is the thing that joins us all together. We all like heavy music, metal music, dark music, so all of these things, even though we do have quite a lot of varied tastes, this main theme connects all of us, and I think this is why we make the music that we do. I like to work with artists who have different influences because you get a really brilliant creation that you wouldn't have if you were all just into the same thing. So.
Okay, and in that case, what is the genre of your music?
That's an excellent question that I'm going to really struggle to answer. Pretty much it depends what album you listen to, which genre it is. When we first started, we were like very classical instruments with drums, kind of like punk rock cabaret sort of stuff. And now the band is growing a lot heavier and darker. We have a lot more layers. We have now synths and guitars. We have cellos. We're all now playing a lot of different instruments. So I'd say now the genre is progressive, heavy metal, but kind of has a sort of dreamlike quality to it. So yeah, but you can hear the progression if you listen to the earliest albums all the way to today. It's basically just gotten a lot heavier and a lot darker as time's gone on, and the sound is just a bit bigger.
It's like everything changes from album to album, depends on your mood and inspiration.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a common theme. You can tell it's the same band, but we just, I feel, take on so many different influences. And actually, especially with this last particular album that we're doing, we're really going into the heavy metal, death metal kind of scene as well, even though we're still very much got this kind of progressive classical roots. So it's quite a strange combination, but you could definitely say it's like heavy rock metal but with progressive and classical undertones.
Okay, it's really interesting because different genres, different styles, but ideas, and it's one nice music actually. And tell us about origin of your band name.
So everybody asks me this.
Oh yeah.
No, it's fine. It's a good story, so I don't mind retelling it. When I was a teenager, I had a lot of issues with sleep. I couldn't sleep. I had really bad insomnia. Actually, now I'm diagnosed with bipolar disorder, so it makes sense. But I was undiagnosed for many years, and when I was a teenager, I had a lot of problems with sleep. And when I did sleep, I would have these really vivid nightmares a lot, and the medication that I was on made the nightmares even more realistic, and sometimes I felt very trapped in this dream world. So this was, when I was like a young teenager, and out of one of the dreams, I had this really disturbing dream, and the band name came out of that, and the whole first album is written from those dreams. Perspective with the band name as well. Now, when I think about the band name, I think probably should have gone with something a little bit easier to understand. But it's at least it's memorable, and you don't forget it. So yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, next question. What is your favorite movie or TV series?
Okay, my favorite movie is Suspiria, the version with Tilda Swinton, the modernized version. It's really weird film. It's about 3 hours long. It's about I don't know if you've seen it, but it's about like a coven of witches that also operate a dance school, and they perform all of these really sinister magical rituals through the medium of dance. The music's by Tom York from Radiohead, and it's got loads of really contemporary dancing. And this is actually some of the inspiration behind our latest music video, which I know we'll get to. But that's my favorite movie currently, and then my favorite TV series is Dexter.
Oh, wow, nice. Nice, nice. And what book would you recommend reading?
Oh God, I don't read a lot of books. Let me think. I mean, I love Lord of the Rings, the trilogy, the original by Tolkien. I read them a lot when I was a kid. My dad used to read them to us actually as well, so it's kind of a good memory. So yeah, I really love that. I don't know if I'd recommend it. Everybody's probably read that. Yeah, I'm going to go with that for now because I can't think of anything better.
Okay, okay. And what's your motto in life?
Oh my God, these are hard questions. You said they would be easy.
I choose yes, you know.
Yeah. I think my motto in life, and actually my drummer said this, is when you want to do something, stand your ground and the universe will deliver.
It's beautiful. It's really beautiful and it's very deep meaning actually.
Yeah, yeah. It really helped me actually because music can be quite difficult to continue sometimes. You know, it's a difficult industry to survive in and to make a career. And had some really tough times. So when she said that to me, I needed to hear it, and I've always remembered it. So yeah.
Oh, very nice. And now it's really easy. What's your favorite dish and your favorite drink?
Okay, okay. My favorite dish. I'm vegan, so all of these dishes are vegan versions of it. But mac and cheese is my favorite food with chips. So basically, all the white carbohydrates and fat. Love it. And my favorite drink is, let me think. So yeah, I don't drink alcohol either. I'm actually really boring. My favorite drink is Flat Tire. It's a non-alcoholic beer, but it's got a little tiny bit of alcohol in it. It's got a little kick to it. It's really good. Tastes like the real thing. But yeah, I love it. That's my favorite.
Oh, I tell you, easy. Anything hard. Okay, next question. How do you start your morning? Maybe you have some morning routine or something like that.
So I try to start my morning routine with a hot yoga class very early in the morning. If I've got a good day, if it's I get up really early. I go to a yoga class at 6:30 and I do an hour in a really hot room doing yoga positions, and then come back and make a load of coffee, and then I just get back in bed and do some work. And then get up, I practice my piano, my singing warm-ups, I do my accordion, and if I have time, I also bass guitar, and that's my morning.
Wow, very, very creative morning actually. And 6 o'clock and half for yoga is fantastic actually. It's
yes, that doesn't happen every morning. Like, I do like my sleep. I'm not crazy.
Yeah. Okay, next question. If you could have one superpower, which would you choose?
It would be the ability to go to every dish of food and turn it into something vegan so I can eat it.
Wow.
Basically, eating would be my superpower.
Oh, nice. Very particular, you know, some people want to become invisible or have teleport, and it's like, yes, okay, vegan food. Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice. Next question. Are you a cat person or a dog person, or do you prefer other animals?
I'm a dog person, but I love cats as well, but I feel like they don't love me as much. I used to have a really evil cat that actually, like, weed in my shoes once, and it weed in my music room. It just hated me. It was just like, it was like an abusive relationship, even though I'd cared for this cat, and it would like jump out the cupboards and attack me and stuff. But yeah, it was a bit of an experience. But I have a lovely cat now who's really sweet and loves me, so that's nice. But I have 3 dogs. I really love dogs. They're just really funny and loyal and stupid, you know, so they're just lovely animals. You know, you can't go wrong with dogs. They're always, you know, going to be nice, hopefully.
Very, very nice. 3 dogs. Amazing. And if you could spend a day with a historical character, who would you choose?
Oh, God.
Hard question, okay.
Yeah, a historical character. Maybe Mozart would be fun. You know, I hear he liked to party and he was very silly, but also, you know, a great musician. I love Mozart, so yeah, I think I would go out drinking with Mozart. That would be fun.
Okay, not so hard. Okay, next question. Now we are back more to your music.
Okay, good.
Artist influenced you most of all?
Again, it's really hard to say because I listen to so much music and it changes all the time. Like I get an obsession, I'll listen to that artist for a while. So I think initially the earliest influence of music for me was Muse, actually. The album, especially way back, Origin of Symmetry, had a huge impact on my music because I was playing piano, but I wasn't really playing heavy music until I heard Muse, and I heard the combination of the piano with guitar, but really, really done quite heavy, like, you know, heavy and progressive music. So this had a huge impact on me, and that was my doorway into alternative and heavier music. I actually grew up singing and playing the piano in a church, so I'd never really experienced music that was that aggressive or that dark, and I just loved it. I was totally addicted, much to the disappointment of my parents. But after that, like, I'm not such a big Muse fan of their latest stuff now. It's a bit too bright and poppy, but right now I would say for this particular album, the biggest influence has been Gojira and Opeth. And maybe Tool.
Okay, good answer. And if we talk about new artists, which of the new artists from 2020, for example, is more interesting for you?
New artists? I don't really know who the new artists are. Like, do you? Oh yeah, okay, but they're not new. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't really know who's current or new. I just like listen to everything and anything, and if someone tells me about a band, I just go there. I tend to not look at what's current or like on trend, but I really love. I mean, I think they've been around quite a long time, but they're recently just putting out a new album, and I've only just discovered them, and that's Heilung. Have you heard of them? Mm-mm. So they're like Norwegian, German, and Finnish, and Dutch. Yeah, so they sing in lots of different languages. I mean, they basically are like ritual folk metal, but the whole thing is like it's crazy. There's like 50 of them on stage, and they all do this like drone music, and then they have these drums, and they start chanting, and then they start performing like ritual magic, and it's just mental. It's one of the most mental things I've ever seen, but really, really, really cool. So their latest album's pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty intense. Like you wouldn't put it on at a party, but yeah. So I'm really into Highland at the moment. That was great. And Igor, I mean, he's been around for ages as well, but you know, I've recently been getting really into Igor. His music's amazing as well. So yeah, sorry, I don't really know who's new or cool. I just you know, when I find something, I just love it. I don't care when it was made.
Yeah, because, you know, we ask this question because sometimes when we start to think about artists, which is now, it's like, it's not so much like heart in it. It's like the artists go and that's it, and disappear. This you know, 20 years ago, 15, it's less and less this type of music now for this.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. I mean, I think most of the bands that I listen to have been around for ages, but they're only now breaking into the, you know, the scene. So, you know, like a few years ago, like nobody had really heard of Gojira apart from Gojira fans, but now they're everywhere and they're winning awards and touring with Mastodon and stuff like that. So it's just really, really cool. But a lot of these bands, it's taken me quite a while to discover, and they've got huge back catalogs. They've been around for ages, but they've only just broken up. I mean, this is kind of my type of music. I like bands that have developed over a really long time, and you have a whole, you know, variety of music, and you can hear the evolution and hear that, you know, they're just reaching the peak of their music. This is, you know, those are the bands that I really like. You know, I feel like they have more to say to me musically because of all of the years of music that they've made, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like huge experience.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I love that. I mean, the last like band I can remember, I mean, I think again they've been around a little bit longer, but Spirit Box, I guess they're quite new. To me anyway, and I really like what they're doing. That's really cool, but they're probably like the most current band that I might listen to. But again, I don't know. Sorry.
It's okay, absolutely. No problem. Okay, and now describe your music in a sentence, or even better, in a word. Your music.
Weird.
That's it. And if it's sentence?
Okay. Really weird? No, I'm kidding. Beautiful but menacing.
Nice, really nice. And actually, do you believe more in natural talent or in hard work?
Hard work, 100%. I think the natural talent does exist, obviously, but I think hard work, yeah, I think it's really important to craft your musicianship, you know. I mean, all the musicians that I know and I work with, they're amazing because they've dedicated their whole life and so many hours to what they do, and I really respect that. I really love that.
Oh, nice. And actually, when you understand and you want to become a musician, it was like from childhood, or how it comes?
Yeah, absolutely from childhood. I mean, I grew up singing and playing in church, and the best experience for me of that was the music, was singing together in a group. There was something amazing about everybody's voices all together. It made me feel very spiritual, even as a child. You know, I could feel this energy in the room, and I very quickly fell in love with it and was always wanting to listen to music. My dad had a huge record collection, which was classical music, but also like rock music, like Jimi Hendrix, the Beatles, and Queen. And then he had all of this weird world music. So I was listening to that, and then singing in church, and then playing in groups. And just, you know, it was just an obsession for me from as long as I can remember. And I always wanted to experience music in as many different ways as possible. So it was not really a choice, you know. I just had to have to do it.
Nice, very nice. And now, please, if you can, sing to us 15-second one of your favorite song a cappella.
One of my songs or a favorite song?
Depends. Or your favorite or your own. Doesn't matter. Something what you want. More easy for you.
Okay. No more words, no more lies. I'll give it to you straight and apologize. I know your name, you are learning mine.
Thank you. So nice. It's really amazing. I really love this question because some artists... Oh, okay. Yes. 1 second. Yes, ready. And I make... It's fantastic. Because some people say, oh, please, no, or not. Or
yeah.
ask someone else, vocalist, drummer, but or a lot of this type of station. And now actually our final question. Tell to us about your music project and your future plans.
Okay, so currently we are in the middle of making an album. It's a very slow process this time. We usually record all the songs and then put out a couple of singles and then a full album, but this time we're putting out one song at a time. There are 9 songs on the album, no more, no less. It's very, very well planned, well executed plan that we have. It's called Hex. It's about ritual magic, esoteric knowledge, and putting this into musical form. So we have special numbers for the songs, we have special notes and a bit of music theory going into it that match up with the numbers. So there's a lot of layers to it. We have particular order for each song, we have a symbol for each song. So it's this really conceptual, progressive album. So we've only just put out 2 songs. The third one is going to be the title track for the album. It's called Hex. And each song has its own quite deeply spiritual concept. So Ribbons was all about being trapped by too many choices in life, and instead of having choice and moving forwards, it's something that restricts you and ties you up, and you feel restricted by the choices that you've made and stuck, kind of. Illuminate is about stepping forwards from that. It's about looking for the pathway to light up in front of you from a very dark time. I was writing a lot in the pandemic and not touring anymore, not connecting in the same way that I was, felt very isolated and very depressed, if I'm honest, to no longer have the experience of touring and connecting with people or singing even. I was not singing at all. There's no reason to really sing, and this made me go very much in inwards, and this album is coming out of this. So Illuminate is about waiting for the moment to step forwards, but Hex is the darkest track on the album. It's really heavy metal, it's really progressive, and it's kind of about being like sucked into something and not being able to escape it, but instead of fighting against it, you're just letting it happen, and you're being kind of pulled into this really, really dark space, and there's nothing like left, if that makes sense. So yeah, some pretty cheery stuff.
Wow.
And then yeah, that's the first 3 songs, yeah, the next 3 are being lined up and produced right now, but we haven't actually finished the album. We won't finish the album until we get to the final song, so it's unraveling in front of us as well as to the public.
And when the album will be out?
I don't know.
This year, yes?
No, probably not. Yeah.
Oh.
So we'll probably release 3 songs this year with 3 music videos. So every song has a music video as well, and this takes a really long time to create. So we're just taking our time with it. We don't want to put out anything until it's ready, until it's perfect, until the moment is right. So we're really just kind of going with the flow of the universe right now. It's so impossible to make plans. We don't know when we're going to be touring again. We don't know what's going to happen to the music industry or anything right now. The world is in a particularly unstable place, so we're just releasing one song at a time and taking steps forward this way. But I'm enjoying this process, because when you put out an album, it feels like a lot of pressure to get the whole thing done all together, even though an album is like a journey. You have to do the whole journey, pack it together, and then start putting it out. By the time you get to that 3rd single, you already heard the album and you're kind of a bit not in that headspace. Whereas I feel like with this album, we're still living it as we're putting it out. We're still working on it and then putting it out immediate. So it feels like each song has its own time and space to really breathe. So that's why we're doing it this way around. We're not rushing anything. This is going to be our 5th or 6th album, I think. So, we have enough albums. We don't need to push out this one really fast. We're just taking our time.
Oh, so interesting and so amazing. Thank you so much for your time, for this really interesting interview.
Thank you for having me. And for the really good questions, actually, really great questions.
I'm happy that you like it. Very easy questions. Okay, and what song are we going to listen to now?
So we're going to listen to our last single, which was called Illuminate.
Thank you, and now let's enjoy the song together.
You're not good.